If you want to change that programming, you have to use pictures and words also. Start feeding pictures to your subconscious mind through meditation. Now, when I say meditation, I'm aware that it can mean different things to different people. Here's what I mean. See yourself as though you have already achieved all the goals that you're setting for yourself right now. Find a quiet place at a quiet time. For me, it's early in the morning when everybody is still asleep. Find that quiet place. For you, it might be different. That quiet time. Then envision this in your mind's eye. See yourself sitting at that seat of the chief executive position that you're going for right now. See yourself sitting on that seat. Envision the office. See the decorations. Imagine your PA coming into the office to update you on upcoming meetings and appointments. See yourself enjoying the proceeds of that office. Now, draw some emotions out of that thing that you're seeing on your mind. A smile, a sense of fulfillment. That's what I mean by meditation. When you start doing it at first, it will feel strange to you. That's normal. With every new thing that you do, that's because your subconscious mind cannot find any file, past experience to correlate what you're doing. You have not gone through that experience perhaps before, so it totally feels strange. That's normal. But as you continue, you will start feeling at home. You will start getting familiar with the process. Then take a step further by putting pictures in your vision board. The pictures of what you're seeing, what you have created in your mind, put it in your vision board. If you don't know what a vision board looks like, this is it. Now, if you're an oldie like me, right? You remember those what we call notice boards at school, where you go to check updates, important calendar dates, exam timetable and all. That's the board that you buy. That's the board. You buy it, you put it in your room or your study. The only difference is that you put mostly pictures on it. Mostly pictures. Pictures of you lounging and enjoying the comfort of that successful goal you are aiming at right now. The pictures and images you have created in your meditation time, get to a system, right? Get to your laptop, find a picture on the internet of a large office space with a chair, for instance, an executive office. Pick a picture of yourself, right? In a sitting position. Place it on that empty chair. Then print the picture in colored format and pin it on your vision board. Do this for all your goals. Even if they are 20 years ahead, it's even better. You start focusing on it from now. Then take another step further. Use that picture as your phone screensaver, your background phone picture, and the screensaver and background picture of your laptop. For many of us, you have Rihanna, you have Jay-Z, you have all this in front of your phone. That's your phone screensaver. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. I hope that's where you're going. Because if it's not, that's what you're programming your mind. That's what you're looking at every time you pick up your phone. Now, what exactly are you doing putting all these pictures around? You are placing the picture of your success at strategic places where you spend your day. From your meditation time, right, to your phone, to your laptop, to your vision boards. You are programming your subconscious to accept that picture as a reality and not an imagined event. See, for some of us, we pick our phones 20 times in a day, sometimes 50 times in a day. Whenever you pick your phone and open it, the first thing you see is that picture. You're programming your subconscious to accept that picture as a real event and not an imagined one. Because the thing about the subconscious mind, it can't differentiate the difference between something that you imagined and a real event that actually happened to you. So if it sees this picture several times, from your meditation to vision board to your phone to laptop, it will start accepting it and start arranging the circumstances of your life to align with that picture that you are placing in front of it. That's the process of automation. And that's the same process that ensures that you are who you are. Whatever you are now, whatever result you're producing, that your subconscious is seeing, that's the same process. The thing is that you are not conscious about it, but now you are going to be intentional about it. I normalize argument and trouble because that's what I kept seeing as I was growing up. And my subconscious mind reproduced it exactly in my marriage. Then I had to reprogram myself to change that. And today I'm at peace with the love of my life. I'm at peace in my home. If you want change and you're serious about it, start this process now. Start it now. Don't wait. Alongside the picture strategy that you're using, also start feeding yourself with the right words. For some of us, we've been verbally abused for decades, and our self-confidence has come crashing down. See, nothing comes from a vacuum, nothing. When you were born, you didn't have any mindset. You're a baby, you came from a vacuum. Everything you know now, you learned as you were growing up. Every mindset you have now, you developed it from the experiences that you had. You see, that feeling that makes you second guess yourself, that thing that makes you say to yourself, I'm not smart enough, I'm not talented enough, I'm not beautiful, I can't compete with those guys. And all that manner of talking down that you do, it's not coming from any vacuum. It's actually coming from previous experiences. Those times you didn't answer question in class, right? And your teacher looked at you and said, God, you are dumb. See this simple question, you can't answer it, you're dumb. Why are you here? Your parents are just wasting money. And you thought it passed. No, your subconscious recorded it. You see all those times that your dad picked up your report card, looked straight at you and said to you, why can't you just be like your brother? Why? All those words were recorded by your subconscious mind, and it replays situations in your life to align with those words. Because it doesn't distinguish between right and wrong. Those are the pictures that have been stored. What you feed is what you will get back. That's it. It's garbage in, garbage out with the subconscious mind. What you feed, consciously or unconsciously, is what is going to give to you back. So over the years, you've been collecting garbages in form of words, storing them here and there in your mind. Your result cannot be far from those words. Nah. That's why parents that understand this, they look at, no matter what their child does, they look at their child and say, you're a champion. Champions don't do this. They don't say, no, you're a fool. How can you do this? You're a fool. No. Parents that understand, they tell their child, you're a champion. Champions don't do what you just did. You leave that one for other people. You're a high flyer. Don't do this again. That's a smart parent. Now, to change this, start using positive affirmations about yourself. See, I have a written down positive affirmation about myself that I confess to myself before my mirror every morning and night. This reminds me of an African story about a lizard that fell from an iroko tree. An iroko is one of the biggest trees in Africa. This lizard fell from an iroko tree and looked around. His thought was that people are going to be clapping and cheering and say, you survived. But nobody seemed to notice him. Everybody was just busy going about their business. And the lizard looked around and said, no, if they don't praise me, I will praise myself. Because not everybody falls from an iroko tree and survives. The point is that the first responsibility to affirm yourself is yours. It's yours. Once you leave your house, you will meet different people. Don't Because different people are carrying, some of them are carrying negative baggages, right? When they relate to you based from the standpoint of that baggage that they are carrying. When your boss or your lecturer or your colleague at work tells you that you're dumb, you cannot do anything, you're a slow worker, I don't want to work with you again. It's your responsibility to go back and tell yourself you are not those negative things that they call you, but rather that you're smart, you're a fast learner, you're a leader, you're an achiever, you set the pace. Write out those affirmations and say it to yourself every day, because words have energy, and words, they can create and they can destroy. Words have energy. I don't want to start going into the science of it, but remember that we are taught that sound is another form of energy, right? In school, science students, sound is a form of energy. When you release words, you are releasing energy, and what you release is what you attract. So intentionally use affirmations to create your reality. Don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it to chance. Don't leave it to chance. Take responsibility of your own future by using your words correctly. Also, as you're doing that, make valuable connections. Make friends with people who are going the same way as you are. You might not have realized it, but after your family and your work, your friends are probably where you spend the most of your time. You gist, you talk about different issues. Imagine that you have negative friends. Those who will talk down on your dreams, those who don't believe that what you say you want to do, that you can do it. You know those kind of friends that will tell you, Oga, look at your background now, see where you're living, and you are talking about how do you want to do it. Those kind of friends. If you spend quality time with those kind of people, you run the risk of aborting that dream. When you do it, you won't even know. It will come natural because you've been discussing and taking in garbage all the time. Your association has either a positive or a negative impact on your goals and your results in life. Choosing to hang out with the right people who will encourage you, people who will cheer for you, people who will motivate you and will genuinely criticize you is so important for your growth journey. It's so important. So as you meditate on your achieved results, place the picture strategically to pass the message down into your subconscious mind. Enhance the process by using affirmation, saying the right things, and being with the right people. How often will you do this? Do it every day, mornings and evenings, every day. See, how often you do it will determine how fast you will pursue or you will get closer to your goals. Some people might be wondering, well, I said morning and evening. What if I decide to do it in the afternoon? You can. But research shows that the brain is more susceptible to accept that picture early in the morning, especially, and then late in the evening. The reason is that, and there is research to back up this, the reason is that if you're just waking up in the morning, that critical part of your brain that criticizes events is still waking up, or if it's in the night, it's about to shut down. So as you place that picture, the probability of you criticizing that dream is very low compared to the afternoon when you are wide awake, you are about your business. As you place that picture, your mind will ask you, Oga, what are you doing? Remember 5 years ago, we tried to do this, it didn't work. What are you doing now? You want to hurt yourself. I beg, leave this. It will be more difficult to pass that message to your subconscious mind than in the morning and late in the evening. That's what I'm saying. But you can do it. You just have to put more work, in doing that. Build this morning and evening meditation time, affirmation time into your schedule. Build it in your daily schedule. It's part of your day. As you wake up, you meditate, you do your affirmations. And before you go to bed, you meditate, you do your affirmations. It's part of your daily routine. Build it in there. And the more often you do it and the more intense it is, the more you approach closer to your goal, because situations will begin to change around you. Not because you've gotten smarter, you've always been smart, but because you're beginning to change your result from the inside. Now the ball is in your court. Start doing this on a daily basis. If you have to listen to this over and over again, please do until you get it. This is the foundation of it all. Every other thing that we are going to do will be built on this. Every other strategy, steps that we're going to discuss, the results will be built on your mindset. So if you have to listen to this over and 20 times as much as you can till you get it, do. Let's discuss your observations and any questions that you might have. Thank you, and let's see you during the classes.